as southeast Queensland, Townsville, Magnetic Island and Palm Island joined Sydney, the Central Coast, the Blue Mountains, Wollongong, Greater Darwin, Perth and Peel in lockdown. That means about 12 million of us are in lockdown. And last night, as Perth followed Sydney into lockdown, we talked about the politicisation of the vaccine rollout and lockdowns. Well, I can tell you tomorrow's papers highlight the shift of responsibility, if you like, from the states pushing this back onto the federal government. And they're now making it clear that until large numbers of Australians are vaccinated, like it or not, these lockdowns will continue. The blame game is all around and it is heating up. And last night we talked about the messaging around the vaccine rollout. I said it was garbled. Well, there's been genuine confusion today, and that's reflected in tomorrow's newspapers. Pressure's once again mounting for a reduction in the number of overseas arrivals. But look, it's worth remembering as we look at these stories in tomorrow's papers that news reports in June said that that Sydney limo driver was transporting international freight crew. That's just worth remembering in all of this. Last night also, we brought you the big news that the Prime Minister was opening AstraZeneca inoculation up to under 40s. Now, it's fair to say that reaction today to that announcement has been mixed. Here's the Daily Telegraph's Claire Armstrong questioning the PM.
Does that mean that people under 40 will be able to talk to their GPs and get the jab immediately?
Well, if they wish to go and speak to their doctor and have access to the AstraZeneca vaccine, they can do so.
Any age group?
So the answer is yes, they can go and do that.
Only that's not what's happening, at least in some areas, particularly South Australia, where according to the Adelaide Advertiser, GPs have expressed anger at that shift. Now, Queensland Premier Anastasia Palaszczuk has said she's absolutely furious after an unvaccinated hospital worker contracted COVID-19 and spent 10 days while infectious in the community. And look, there's more news on that 19-year-old worker tonight. We're still waiting for the front page of the Courier Mail to come through, but news filtering through. And I note with interest that the Queensland Premier has said that permission to enter the country should be, quote, for genuine hardship reasons. Look, a few names have sprung to mind when we talk about genuine hardship reasons, and we'll get to those with the panel in just a moment. But in good news, there are moves to see vaccinations at pharmacies and, according to some papers tomorrow, even banks across the nation. There is a chilling story about Beijing bullying, threatening and spying on Hong Kong students on our university campuses here in Australia, but in good news, angels have stepped in to fly a woman to see her dying father. And a story out of the UK, the Telegraph in the UK, some startling figures about vaccines, infection prevention, and the estimation of the number of lives saved. I tell you what, it's impressive. It's a good news story that might encourage some with vaccine hesitancy to book a vaccine.